Previously, the Earfun Air Pro had some limitations because it was based on the Edifier NB2. It was a collaboration, but with their second iteration here, they're making their own design now. They've put volume control in, they've improved ANC and transparency, they remember your lost use setting. Basically, you now get a much better product for exactly the same price. This is my new best budget ANC under 80 bucks. What's better is if you watch this video early, I've got a special discount code down in the description which will bring down the price to around 60 bucks, and at that point I tell you, this is just a no-brainer. So I'm going to tell you every single reason why it's so good, how does it sound compared to my other recommendations, check out the timestamps because this is going to be one comprehensive video. So without further ado, let's get started right now. Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome to my review of the Earfun Air Pro. As always, full disclosure is in the description below, but what you have to know is I always tell you my own honest opinion, period. Don't forget to use the affiliate links in the description if you want to buy anything. It goes a long way in helping me support the channel, and before asking you to subscribe, I want to get started with one of the most important aspects first. The sound quality. Unfortunately, I don't have my Earfun Air Pro anymore, but I found the Soundpeats T2 to sound very similar. So let's compare this and the Earfun Air Pro 2 first and foremost with this super catchy song from IU, Coin. When the bass slides in, I can immediately tell you that the Air Pro 2 is the better sound here. Generally, it's got better instrument separation, a larger and more accurate soundstage. You can pinpoint them like the bass that brings energy all around the backside of your head, vocals being very clear in the center, backing vocal and echoes going on the far sides, then the guitar and hi-hats has its own space towards the right side at the back. The Soundpeats T2 on the other hand doesn't make the vocals sound as clear and separated. They all just kind of blend in the center. The backing vocals are not separated much from the main vocal and the instruments are not as distinct. Overall, it's a smaller soundstage inside my head, and when everything plays together in the chorus, they just give you the impression of being more messy. But sound signature wise, both of these are similar. They're a balanced sound with a bit more bass boost. It's a tuning that pleases a lot of people. It plays a lot of genre really well, and you can't go wrong with it unless you have a specific preference, whether it's treble, focus, or bass heavy. But the bass here is no slouch. Whether it's EDM, pop, or rock, they scream fun, they punch you strong, and most importantly, the vocal is clear without ever being sibilant or piercing. Honestly, I instantly fall in love at my first listen with the Air Pro 2. Now, compared to the One More ComfoBuds Pro, one of my previous best recommendation for ANC, I think it's more a matter of preference. It's like the Soundpeats H1 versus Sonic Pro. Do you want a vocal first sound or a balanced sound with more bass and treble? I'll give you an example. In Hotel California by Eagles, the One More plays the vocals as the start of a show. The bass guitar, the cymbals, all the other instruments play a supportive role behind the vocals, while on the Earfun, you hear more of those instruments playing along with the vocals that are put a little to the back when compared to the One More, but both of them sounds excellent. The separation, the soundstage is on par with each other. Maybe slightly wider on the Earfun, but overall I would have no problem recommending any of these two. So yeah, I hope you get a good feeling of how the Earfun Air Pro 2 sounds now. If you liked the video so far, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe too. And let's move on to the next aspect, the build quality and features. Starting with the unboxing, I want to highlight the two different ear tips set you get. One is more rounded shaped and the other is more of a dome shape. I personally use the dome shape since it gives a better noise seal as well as a more secure fit, but it also creates a bit more sucked in feeling, so if you're not into that, the rounded one is for you. And if you use it for hours and hours on end, it is actually the more comfortable choice. Talking about the case, the lid here feels like a downgrade because it doesn't feel as sturdy anymore. It's just a thin slab of plastic, but it does click when opened fully, so it stays open, which is good. But most importantly, for the same price, not only you get USB-C, color-coded battery indicator in front, a handy dandy button for pairing pairing, factory reset, checking the battery level, but you also get wireless charging support, which is really neat. I use it all the time. Now, as far as battery life is concerned, this case has a 500 mAh battery, which will be plenty enough to last you a week or more. And in my testing, the earbuds themselves could last up to 8 hours without ANC on, or it drops to 6.5 hours when you turn on ANC or transparency mode. These are all tested at 50% volume, which should be enough for indoor use and sometimes outdoors too, because the ANC is good. So yeah, no problems on that part. Speaking about the earbuds, these share the same design language as the OG Earfun Air. Only now it packs more tech into it, like ANC, wear detection sensor, and wind noise reduction. We're gonna talk about that all in a second. But build quality wise, they're fine. They're IPX5, a metal mesh inside, which looks really cool. They fit just as comfortably as the One More Comfort Buds Pro 2, which is one of the highest praise I can give at the moment. It is just great. Moving on to the controls. Earfun has gone back to their roots here too, so expect complete controls as you can see right here. The only problem you could face is when you want to use only the right side, you cannot trigger ambient mode or ANC because long hold is assigned to voice assistant here. Otherwise, controlling music is a breeze. The touch sensitivity is spot on, and with the caved in shape, you feel that you're tapping the right place. And there's a little beep as a confirmation of everything you do. It is subtle though, so you can barely hear it once the music is playing. It's the useful kind, not the annoying one. And then we've got the wear detection sensor. This plays and pauses music reliably, no complaints on that part. But unfortunately, it does not control the ANC modes. For example, when I use both earbuds on ANC, then I take one earbud out, this does not automatically make the other earbud I'm wearing switch to transparency mode. In fact, when I use both on transparency, weirdly enough, when I take one earbud out, the other side goes to normal mode. You know, if I take one side out, it's because I want to talk to someone, right? So I'd love to see this being improved. Switching automatically to transparency mode would be awesome. Anyway, let's talk about the ANC now, and one super important feature you get here is the wind noise reduction that's baked into the normal ANC mode. Put bold and emphasis on the baked into the normal ANC mode here because basically it just works. This used to be a separate mode that you have to toggle manually on the app, let's say on the One More Comfort Buds Pro here, and every time you want to use it, you have to open the app, which is a big hassle, and also the strength of the noise cancellation is reduced as well. So in the end, I usually just chose to turn off ANC. None of that problem exists on the Earfun. The noise cancellation is also just, the normal noise cancellation. But speaking purely about the wind noise reduction strength, the Earfun does not reduce as much wind as the One More Comfort Buds Pro. So it's still not at the level of flagship earbuds like Sony or Apple that does it automatically as well. You can still hear some blowing noise, but it is reduced when compared to the normal ANC mode you get from any earbuds under $100. Most importantly, it is much more convenient because you basically have to do nothing, and I will take this any day compared to the other dedicated wind noise reduction mode. As far as how much noise is cancelled, I think the Earfun is definitely better than the Soundbeats T2, but not at the level of the One More Comfort Buds Pro. So of course, low rumbles are completely eliminated. The sound of air conditioner, fans, the ambient in a shopping mall, any ANC nowadays does a great job here. But what makes it better than the Soundbeats is the mid-range that's blocked a bit more. So things like background music in a shopping mall, people chatters, you'll feel like the bass is taken out of them. Although again, it's not as good as the One More Comfort Buds Pro, the AirPods Pro, as well as the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. But these earbuds I mentioned are more expensive, so that is kind of expected. And for the price, the ANC here in the Earfun is superb. There's no extra cabin pressure. My only complaint here is the presence of a little buzzing noise in my left earbud, which gets worse on transparency mode. It's like zzz, 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 like that. I think it has something to do with the circuits inside. I highly suspect that this is a defect on my unit because my right side is always clean and silent. So I want to stress that having a good warranty support is crucial in cases like this. Earfun gives you 18 months of warranty, so don't hesitate to leave them a message if you have any defects or issues. I'll do the same too, and I'll let you know how it goes in the comment section. Now, speaking of transparency mode, first things first, this is a huge improvement over the last Earfun Air Pro. Aside from the electronic noise I have on my left ear, there's no more white noise, everything comes to clean and clear, and the mic used is facing backwards, so it's not easily affected by the wind. And you almost never touch this part too, so there's no rubbing noise, which is an issue on earbuds like the Realme Buds Air 2 or the Feel CC Pro. Like, the mic hole is literally in the center of the touch sensor. That is annoying. Once again, I think the performance falls in between the Soundpeats T2 and One More ComfortBuds Pro here. Because the Earfun doesn't crank up the gain super high like the Soundpeats, everything passes through more naturally. The One More ComfortBuds Pro is still better here because it picks up my voice even more. It reduces the in-ear pressure you get from these silicone tips, but the king of transparency mode is still held by the AirPods Pro, which completely releases any kind of pressure. You'll feel like wearing nothing but the plastic bit that touches your ear. We're on the right track though, so stay tuned. Maybe in the near future, we will get a budget earbuds with transparency mode on par with the AirPods Pro. Let's talk about the experience now. And I have to give props to Earfun for making the earbuds remember its last use setting. So if you last use it with ANC, the next time you pick it up, it'll automatically turn on with ANC. Same goes for transparency or normal mode. Also, you can use these ANC modes with only one earbud, something that many others can't do. Unfortunately, again, it's only on the left side because you can only control it there. And when switching modes, the voice prompt will not interrupt your music, which is good. The only limitation here is when you're on a phone call, you can't really change ANC or transparency mode. As far as connectivity goes, again, it is normal for any Bluetooth earbud to cut out once or twice, but I have no audio stutter so far, no glitches. I've been using this to edit my videos on my Mac as well, and latency has been pretty okay. This is a normal earbuds with no gaming mode, but the mic catches my voice very well, even when I was using a mask outside in a quite noisy environment. So let's check out the tests right now.
So as I've said, we've heard about many products launching at the iPhone event, but it does seem to be too many in my opinion.
Alright, so welcome to the microphone test, everyone. Right now you're listening to the Earfun Air Pro 2. Let's identify which mic is being used right now. And at the moment we are talking in an indoor setting where nothing is going on right now. So this is the best case scenario, the best sound that you would get from these earbuds. And I think this would portray what will happen if you're doing a Zoom meeting or, video calls inside, stuff like that. All right, let's bring this outside and we'll see how this handles outside noise right now. All right, so here we are now recording with the Earfun Air Pro. And again, welcome to the call test, everyone. Wait, it's the outdoor call test. I've welcomed you already. Anyway, this is how the Earfun Air Pro 2 sounds outside in a real outdoor setting. And right now at the moment, we have quite a strong wind. I mean, not super strong, but quite some wind coming at my face. So directly pointing towards that mic to see if you can hear that, if it disrupts with the voice in any way. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the outdoor call test. Now let's compare it to the benchmark on this test, the AirPods Pro. Alright, so here we are with the Apple AirPods Pro in the exact same situation. And what do you think of the call quality? Can you hear my voice clearer, or can you hear the background noise canceled a bit more? Let me know down in the comments below. Just asking questions there, It's not necessarily that the AirPods Pro will perform better than the Earfun Air Pro. I might be surprised here, but yeah, I'll let you know. I'll meet you guys down below. Okay,
that's pretty much it for the outdoor microphone test. Let's get back upstairs and we'll finish the video.
As a conclusion, the Earfun Air Pro 2 hits that sweet spot between price, features, sound quality, and everything in between. It really is a terrific ANC buds that I recommend to anyone. Even if you want to buy the big brand earbuds, definitely think it through and put this into your consideration, because you're not losing anything much, but you will be saving a lot of money. That's for sure. So I hope this video was useful. Let me know if you have any questions. Follow my Instagram and Twitter. I'm at NameKen for more updates on what I'm working on. And please use the affiliate links. Subscribe for more exciting earbuds lined up for review in the near future. And that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth. I'll see you in the next one.